Hey everybody, before we get started, take a look at this highlight clip of Kate Georgianis of Houston wearing the black as well as in the black from South Dakota, Lolo Weidman. Their efforts were phenomenal. Take a look.
In the 50s, but it's since dropped down. It's about 30 degrees outside now. Maybe going to drop down to the 20s a little bit, so I think those jackets are going to come in handy.
They look great on them.
Cougars up 5-1. Jackson rolls from the back row. Adams on the outside, off Yonda. Georgianis chases it down into the table. The point continues, and Georgianis runs back onto the court. And she's in the play still. This is incredible stuff from Kate Georgianis. The resilience from the Cougars. The table's still on the ground behind the court. And the Cougars win the point. They're hoisting Kate Georgianis in the air. What an effort from the American Libero of the Year.
Okay, that was awesome. I'm Sully. Welcome to Set the Pipe. Hey everybody, now it's getting exciting. We're trying to get to the Sweet 16. I'm just going to go through the scores real quick. The top brackets on each side out of the 8 matches, 7 of them were sweeps. Let's take a look. Who went for? Okay, so the first 2 matches that I'm going to talk about, both sweeps. Texas, number 1, ends it for the Georgia Bulldogs. They move on. They will go against the winner of Georgia Tech, the 5th seed. Number 4, Marquette. Marquette, too tough. They take the sweep. Texas and Marquette, they will meet on December 8th, 2:30 Eastern Time. Now we go on to the 3 seed, Ohio State up against number 6, USC Trojans. Ohio State with the sweep. They will meet up with either UNI Panthers or the Minnesota Gophers. I was able to watch this one. Minnesota's block was just too tough. The Gophers sweeps. They will meet up with Ohio State noon, December 8th Eastern Time. Okay, so we go up to the right side of the bracket, and you're going to have a tough Wisconsin number 1 seed up against the Horned Frogs of TCU. Wisconsin sweeps. They meet the winner of Central Florida, the 5th seed, up against the number 4 seed, Penn State Nittany Lions. Wisconsin, Penn State, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, December 8th. The last 2 sweep matches, 3 Florida Gators up against Iowa State Cyclones. The Gators move on. They will meet the winner of the Pitt Panther versus the number 7 seed BYU Cougars. The 2 seed, the Panthers of Pittsburgh, are too tough. That's going to be a heck of a match in the Sweet 16. Number 3 seed, Florida. Number 2, Pitt Panthers. They will play December 8th at 2:30 Eastern. Okay, so now we go to the bottom half of the bracket. We had some sweeps. We had some that went 4. We had some that went 5. Let's take a look at it. University of San Diego, the 2 seed, up against a rolling Washington State Cougars. San Diego, tough. They win in 4. They advance to the Sweet 16. They will go against the winner of the Kentucky duel. That will be Western Kentucky. They were the 6th seed up against the 3 seed Wildcats of University of Kentucky. Wildcats move on. USD against Kentucky. That will be December 8th, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. This was a heck of a match. The 5th seed Houston Cougars up against the unranked Auburn Tigers. Houston wins it in 5. Tough match up until that 5th set. Houston took it to them. They reached the Sweet 16. They meet up against the winner of the number 1 seed Stanford Cardinal and the LSU Tigers. A sweep. Stanford too tough. Houston, Stanford, they meet up December 8th, 10:30 Eastern Time. Okay, that lower upper right bracket, you have the number 2 seed Nebraska going against a tough Jayhawk Kansas team, unseeded Cornhuskers, Nebraska. They win in 4. They advance to the Sweet 16. They will go against the winner of the number 3 seed Oregon Ducks or the number 6 seed Arkansas Razorbacks. I got to watch this game as well. Probably the worst court to watch on TV. The University of Oregon Ducks. They win it in 4. They advance against Nebraska. They'll play December 8th, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard. And then we go to the 4 seed, the Baylor Bears up against the Rice Owls. They go 5. 15-11. Baylor moves on. They'll be going against the number 1 seed, Louisville, who swept the Purdue Boilermakers. Okay, the Sweet 16 is set to go. There's only one team that's ranked 5th or higher. Everybody else has fallen into place. Let's take a look at the matchups. Number 1, Texas will go against number 4, Marquette. Number 2, Minnesota goes against number 3, Ohio State. Number 2 goes against number 3, USD versus Kentucky. Number 1, Stanford goes against that only 5th ranked team, Houston Cougars. Number 1, Wisconsin up against 4, Penn State Nittany Lions. Number 2, Pitt Panther up against number 3. Number 2, Nebraska Cornhuskers against number 3, Oregon Ducks. And lastly, number 1, Louisville up against Baylor. Make sure you check out these matches, see where they're playing. Remember, December 10th. Also, the winners from the Sweet 16 will advance to the Elite 8 on December 12th. That's the road to Omaha. I'm Sully. Thanks for watching. Set the pipe.